Protecting U.S. manufacturing, a new era in space travel, and more on this week's Security Weekly. Hello, I'm Sasha, and welcome to the only place where you get the latest on what's happening across the world in technology and security. It was truly history in the making, as over the weekend, NASA and SpaceX launched two astronauts, Robert Behnken and Douglas Hurley, from U.S. soil for the first time since the space shuttle era was mothballed in 2011. It is also the very first time that a privately built spacecraft by SpaceX's Crew Dragon capsule fastened on the company's Falcon 9 rocket has effectively served as a space taxi for astronauts. The whole endeavor marks a new era for commercial and government collaborative spaceflight, and it gave the entire world something very positive to look up to during these tough times. It's been a tumultuous week, to say the least, as Trump attacked social media giant Twitter by threatening to impose strict regulation or close it down after the tech platform fact-checked one of his tweets. He even went on to sign an executive order alleging that freedom of speech was in danger. This came about after Twitter labeled two of his tweets as potentially misleading during the protests and riots which sparked after the police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. On the other side of the Atlantic, meanwhile, the EU is preparing a whole range of new rules to regulate the online ecosystem for offensive content, misinformation, and political manipulation. This is all part of the Digital Services Act, which is scheduled for the fourth quarter of this year. A large breach has occurred at NTT, one of the world's largest telecoms and IT services companies. According to preliminary reports, internal systems were breached, affecting over 600 large global customers. It is unclear as to the full extent of the damage, and the company is still investigating. However, it seems that there was unauthorized access to its Active Directory server, and attackers gained access to cloud and hosting customer data, jeopardizing its global supply chain. NTT provides cloud, network, and data center services to the world's biggest companies. The University of Texas at San Antonio will create a new federal digital research institute whose aim is to find ways to protect America's manufacturers from cyber attacks. There are also plans to explore how to help manufacturers improve energy efficiency and optimization. The U.S. Department of Energy will invest $70 million over a period of the next 5 years. It marks a unique approach to protect crucial manufacturing in the U.S., which has suffered greatly in the last few years by attacks. In a report last year conducted by IBM, it found that attacks on industrial targets had doubled in just 6 months. And that's a wrap for this week's episode, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to keep extra careful with all your online and digital activities. Be safe, stay healthy, and see you next time.